This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This is it. The world as you know it is over. Completely done. It's not about to be over. It's over.
Some of the scientists who helped build AI are now sounding the alarm.
I was selling AI as a great thing for decades, and I was wrong.
There's a longer-term existential threat that will arise when we create digital beings that are more intelligent than ourselves. We have no idea whether we can stay in control.
While others say that AI will usher in unfathomable abundance.
I've always believed that it's going to be the most important invention that humanity will ever make.
This really will be a world of abundance.
And among these fears and these fantasies, we seek the story of our future. Listen to The Last Invention on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the TJ Show. You know, sometimes we bring something up on the show and it almost turns into a little fire. I think this is one of those. If you've ever lit a fire, it just gets going and then you can't stop it. But let me read this email. This is regarding Kenny's wedding. One of the most popular topics, by the way, since bringing up tinned fish.
It's great to be in the same conversation as tinned fish.
This is from Norm. He says, there's a fine line between advice and causing harm to the person having the wedding. Because all I did was ask an innocent question. I just said, should anyone, generally speaking, be spending a lot of money on a wedding, or could that money be used for something better? It was just a question.
Generally speaking.
Still avoiding blame, it sounds like, though. Whatever.
I believe that the line has been crossed, and Kenny and his soon-to-be wife, who is probably listening, need to be apologized to. They get to celebrate their love for each other however they desire, which, by the way, I agree with. You can do whatever you want. That's what free will is. You can make J-Bo, you can choose whatever you want.
That's right.
I can choose whatever I want.
Yep.
But I do really care about people, and I'm grateful that looking back on my own wedding, my wife Jess and I, we tried to cut costs at every possible corner. It opened up some doors for us that we wouldn't have had we spent big or gone into debt or whatever it is that a lot of people do. And then ironically, by the way, a lot of marriages end and it's directly because of finance. Mm-hmm. They get to celebrate their love, blah, blah. Okay. Family and friends should be supporting this. Cars get thrown away and replaced. They are forever. Sincerely, be better. All right. Well, there you go. So
thanks, Norm.
That's Norm.
Yeah,
Norm loves you.
Well, I appreciate that, Norm. But I don't know, has a line been crossed? What line? The line of me being annoyed by TJ, to the max, irritated out of my skin? Yeah, that line's been crossed. But otherwise, I do see, I think you guys are coming from a good place.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm trying to save you boatloads of cash.
The thing is it's so overwhelmingly that side, your side of the argument. We haven't heard from one person who's said they had the traditional wedding and it's great. So can anybody call 877 radio TJ?
But I'm trying to
let us know that you did have a big wedding or a traditional wedding, and it was great. You don't regret it.
I am trying to put this fire out. The conversation won't stop. We keep getting phone calls about it with everyone sharing, and so fire. It takes a little while to slow down, and we will. Yes.
Kenny, does it make you feel better if I say I don't care what you do, at all? I really don't care about you or what you're going to do. Is that cool?
That is the nicest
thing care about you.
anybody's ever said to me in this room.
Okay, great. Well, I'm glad.
I mean, you just can't ask for advice and then get mad about it.
We did get one message from a familiar voice who is pro Kenny, okay?
Leave Kenny alone.
You recognize B-Boy Logic from Long Island?
If he wants to have a big, memorable wedding with his fiancée, let him, because he wants to make his girl happy. So let him make his fiancée, his future wife, happy, okay? Because you already know, TJ, a happy wife is a happy life, okay?
A happy wife is a happy life?
No, I think that's a miserable way to live. I say happy spouse, happy house.
Hey, there you go. Why
does one person get to be happy but not the other?
I agree. See? Kenny, you got to be happy too.
I always wanted a traditional wedding too, so I would be happy too.
What about happy Kenny waste a penny?
Yeah, I see that.
If only it were just a penny.
Hey, Genta.
Hi. Right.
I just threw the question out there, generally speaking, not necessarily directed towards our friend Kenny. But I'm curious to know, is it a good move to spend money at a wedding? And would it be better to save it and use it for something else? It's a conversation that I have with my wife, Jess. And I think everyone goes through this when they're crunching numbers as they're about to get married. You had something that you wanted to share on that.
Well, I think the wedding industry has convinced people, just like the phones and the gaming of people are being convinced that they need it. I think they have fooled people into believing that they do. And it costs so much. We never wanted to spend that much money. It's crazy to me that people would, actually. But all that money that you would be spending for a couple of minutes and, okay, for a nice dinner and all that, save that for your future. Like, do something that would be way more memorable than all of that.
If money wasn't an option, would your opinion change?
No, I didn't want a big wedding. I didn't want to spend all that money. I could have saved it for something else.
Well, I think that's the difference between Genta and us, because Allison and I do want this. You never dreamed of the big wedding day, and that's you.
Right.
And we're different people with different feelings, and this is what we want. And of course, I want to cut costs wherever I possibly can. I don't want to spend a fortune, but this is what my fiance wants. This is what I've always wanted, and this is what we want to do.
That's so sweet. Very romantic of you. Aww.
And we did ask for opinions, so I mean, we opened the phone for that. So you have to be willing to receive whatever comes in that phone call.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So thank you.
Are you guys paying? Are you guys paying for it yourselves? Now I'm curious.
We're gonna have help.
Oh, sweet. So you're gonna have like wedding present help.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to have help from both sides of the family, so we appreciate that. But at the same time, we're going to try to do the most responsible thing possible.
Yeah, I hope you get everything that you dreamed of, you and your fiance too.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, well, nice talking to you guys. I'm going to go to work now.
Yeah,
well, thank you for calling.
Make that money.
Too.
Genta, we appreciate you.
Absolutely. It was lovely to hear your voices on my phone.
Yeah, well
thanks for calling.
Yeah, and thank you for listening. I know you have a lot of choices.
No, it never changes the station. It's here, and that's it.
That's it. That's the only choice.
Hey, thank you for that. That's awesome.
Thank you, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. You take care.
Later, Genta. Someone else wants to get in on this discussion. Hey, Sarah in Florida, what can we do for you today?
Well, I just caught the tail end of the wedding things, and I do wish Kenny the very best.
Oh, yeah.
But also that lunch break courthouse weddings are also excellent.
Yeah.
It was my husband. We're on year 13, and he had a promotion. We were going to be moving out of town shortly, so we just chose to go down to the courthouse. We were 11, 12, 13.
Oh, I like that.
It's easy to remember.
Yeah, it is. Definitely easy to remember.
Your marriage has been going well?
Absolutely.
Okay, and what was there a conscious decision not to spend big for the wedding up front?
100%, because I'm a very frugal person, and I don't like to be the center of attention. The only regret that I have for my wedding is the father-daughter dance.
Mm.
Outside of that, my father has passed, but no other regrets whatsoever. I would have not put that money forth for the wedding. We live in a lovely home. We provide well for our children, and I'm a very happy married woman.
That's beautiful, Sarah. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think about my wedding day, and we tried to cut costs every single way that we could. And I would say the one regret that I do have, I do wish we got video. We decided not to do video. But here's what happened. There were so many people there that were recording on their phones. We just asked them to upload all the video to a little folder. So we do have a good 15 to 20 minutes.
Piece it together.
It was the cheapest wedding video ever. But I'll tell you, at least there's some record of it and us dancing and all the important parts were captured. So I guess our wedding guests were our videographers.
And I think that's great. We had some of our best friends there as witnesses. I had a fresh bouquet of flowers that were not from the store. They were handpicked by friends, and I wouldn't change a single thing about the day.
That's a sweet element. Yeah,
that
I like
is.
that, yeah.
Yeah, when everyone pitches in a little bit. Kenny, how are you doing? Do you like this idea of courthouse wedding?
I don't think that's what
on your
Allison
lunch
wants.
break. On your lunch break.
On your lunch break. You could do it on your lunch break during the week.
Yeah, I think we're going to go a different direction, but I'm so happy for you. I'm glad it worked out for you.
I absolutely wish you the nothing but the best, and I hope that whatever direction you choose, and you make a very happy wife and life together.
Thank you.
Well, Sarah, you are
You're
the
very
best.
welcome.
Thank you for listening to our show.
I appreciate you guys. You entertain me on my drive to work, and it's a heck of a drive, and I appreciate your show and all of you, your personalities. It's great.
Oh, that's
thank you.
Super kind of you to say, Sarah. We appreciate you. Be safe out there, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye. Bye.
Oh, she was going to do it.
She was gonna do it.
We're getting to Super Bowl weekend. All these commercials are popping up everywhere. Gotta hand it to, okay, we'll start with Dunkin'. They've got this golden cringe ad. No one can see this, and it's featuring Ben Affleck talking with Jennifer Aniston, Matt LeBlanc, Jason Alexander, and they're trying to convince him to release this VHS tape labeled Network Pilot 95 version 3, which is, I mean, I'm assuming a lot here, but it seems like it's some old pilot they did together, and we're maybe going to see a clip of this on the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know, I just think that's really fun and clever. Then Andy Samberg is playing Neil Diamond.
Not Neil Diamond.
Right, Neil Diamond.
Diamond. That's great.
And instead of Sweet Caroline, it's Sweet Sandwich Time.
Yeah.
Sweet Sandwich
It's a
Time.
Hellman's Mayo commercial.
Right, so, I mean, you got to hand it to him. And this one I think is really clever. It's like a public service announcement promoting a blood test for prostate cancer screening. You know how they do that test. You know what I'm saying?
Here it's uncomfortable.
Right. They've got tight ends that are standing in, and they're very relaxed because there's a different way to get the test now. So
that's funny.
you've got George Kittle, Rob Gronkowski, and other NFL tight ends as they relax because there's a new way to get a test. So that's interesting.
Okay.
And this is also really clever. You know how the polar bear is usually associated with Coca-Cola?
Right.
Well, what happens if you blindfold a polar bear and you give him a taste test?
I did see that one. That one was funny. I was like, okay, all right.
The polar bear goes into crisis, and this is obviously paid for by Pepsi, because in the blind taste test, the polar bear actually likes the Pepsi more.
Yep.
And I thought, that is so genius, because the polar bear is so associated with Coca-Cola. Does that subconsciously get into people's heads, and they think, even though it's dumb, and it's like this made-up scenario, do they think when they're at the grocery store, oh yeah, the polar bear likes the Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Pepsi today.
I mean, that must be how advertising works. There's a lot of times where I'll see a commercial and it just gives me a good feeling about that brand or the company. And yeah, I want to go to McDonald's. I want to get a Big Mac because of something I saw on TV.
I want to drink a Bud Light. You know what I'm saying?
Bud Light is a big one.
Budweiser, you know?
Well, TJ, you know, these commercials, like, they're really stepping up their game with A-list actors, but also A-list filmmakers. That Pepsi commercial is directed by Taika Waititi, who's a hilarious comedian, filmmaker, award-winning.
Yeah.
He also did the Xfinity Jurassic Park commercial.
Oh, yes, which is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. You know, I think I like it better than all of the Jurassic World movies. It is so good.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, what would happen if Jurassic Park actually worked out? This commercial answers that question. So it's like absolutely brilliant. And then on top of it, you know what else I saw yesterday? Speaking of that, it's a 15-second teaser of Jeff Goldblum playing Jurassic Park in a jazz style on a piano. And I'm like, this is great
That's
too.
great. That's awesome.
This is better than Jurassic Park 2, at least. We've got Katie in Charleston, South Carolina. Hey, Katie.
Hey, TJ, how are you?
Doing very good. And J-Bo's over there.
Hello, Katie.
Got Kenny over there.
Hi, Katie.
Heather.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, we're pretty new in Charleston. How did you find the show?
I was just kind of bopping around the local stations trying to figure out what my new set would be in the car. Stumbled upon you guys, and it's now become me and my kid's favorite radio station.
Hey, look at that.
Nice. Let's
go. J-Bo, put another tally on the wall.
That's awesome.
She's got a little carving set and just chalks them up every time. Yes,
Well, I
Kenny?
think Katie said that she's new to Charleston, too, so we're in the same boat.
Oh, where were you from before then?
Chicago.
Oh, love it.
Nice.
Love Chicago. So
Both
great.
places are awesome.
Yes. We're excited to be here. Don't miss the snow.
Yeah, what prompted the move, if you don't mind me asking?
My husband got a job out here and looking for a little bit warmer weather as well.
Oh, nice. Isn't it cool that your home is where your family is, that the move probably felt like you were going across the block, right?
Absolutely. It really took moving to really show that that's so true.
Yeah. You know, it's so weird. One of my biggest fears growing up, and I don't know why, but I was so afraid of moving out of the area that I grew up in. And I meet my wife, Jess, and I feel like I can move anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I was in the same place my whole life and took a leap of faith with my husband and kids, and we're so happy we did.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That is so beautiful. I love hearing that. So it sounds like you have a great relationship with your husband.
Yes, he's a good one. We actually just celebrated our 8-year wedding anniversary a week ago.
Hey, congratulations.
Awesome, Katie. What'd you guys do?
Thank you. We went out to dinner, the two of us. So we have 2 young boys, so that was nice just to have a night away.
Heard that, as they say. Yes, no, I understand. Personal question, if you don't mind me asking. I could use a hand with something. So, got into a weird little argument with my wife Jess in the kitchen last night, and I feel like I have to now come home with some sort of a nice offering, like an olive branch. What do you like?
An apology?
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah,
Could
I like those.
But if I want to go above and beyond and really seal the deal, what's like your favorite thing in that kind of a circumstance?
You know, I feel like it's always the smaller things, if my husband will notice it, that mean the most. It doesn't need to be big or grand, but for example, I love a McDonald's Coke. So if you were to come home with that, just knowing that, it'd be such a special treat. Just like something little and personal to me would mean so much.
That's a good thought. I didn't have that thought in my head. Now I do. So salted caramel chocolate. She's a big fan of that.
Something small. You don't have to be so major.
Personally,
all the time.
I like
That's okay.
cash.
Cash?
I like an apology. Can we go back to that? I'm
that's always
sorry.
good, too.
I was wrong. Those 2 things sound really nice to me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of put all of the wonderful female advice
There
that I
you go.
have here into
There you
one
go.
thing. I'm gonna write an apology note on a $100 bill.
There you go.
And I'm gonna use that to wrap a little salted caramel truffle.
See?
This is
Perfect.
perfect. I'm so glad I asked. See, this is why we have to be in community with one another.
See?
Katie,
Easy.
thank you for listening to our show.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks for
too.
calling. You take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
We absolutely love it when you join in at 877 Radio TJ. You either catch us here in the studio or you get our voicemail, like one of our favorite callers did right here, B-Boy Logic. He was commenting on something that came up a couple of days ago. We were talking about the challenges that youth sports coaches are having. It's not with the kids, it's with the parents.
Oh, yeah.
And B-Boy had a similar situation.
TJ, J-Bo, Kenny, Heather, what up? It's B-Boy Logic again.
Hey.
First off, I want to talk about what you guys talking about with the parents and coaching, because I've dealt with that firsthand. I have a funny story about that. Because I don't just teach kids breakdancing. I coach them, I train them to go battle other kids.
I love that he does breakdancing classes.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I could use one of those. Could you see me as a breakdancer, J-Bo?
You went to go run away from your daughter the other day because she was going to throw you a snowball and you busted your butt.
Right, and I think that's
So
the
you
reason.
break yourself just easily.
I need
Break more
I
than
need
just
agility.
dancing.
Yeah.
So in class, we have a circle. Well, one year I had this one kid who got in my circle for like 2-3 weeks straight. Then all of a sudden, one week he said, I'm not going in. I said, what do you mean you're not going? That's part of class. You got to go in. 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes into that, his mother comes in. Can we do something more fun? Let's do something more fun. Don't do that. Do something more fun. I told her, I said, listen, ma'am, I'm teaching my class here. This is part of class. Your son's been in the circle already. It makes no sense why he's not having fun. Can you do something else? I said, you know what, ma'am? If you don't like how I teach my class, take your son and yourself and get the up on out of here. And I said it just like that, in the middle of the class.
That's a cool teacher.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put up with no parent coming up in my classroom telling me how to teach. I don't put up with that.
All right, well, there you go. So
Good for him.
So
That's a boundary. Like, you kidding me? It's my class.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun to sit in a circle. Who doesn't have it? When was the last time you sat in a circle?
But I don't think they're just sitting in a circle. I think he said they go into the circle, so they're probably battling.
Yeah, they're doing
like
the dance
dancing and
thing, yeah.
stuff.
TJ, tin fish. You know what sardines are? Same thing as a bait fish. You know what a bait fish is? You ever hear Achilles?
Oh, yeah, I know killies. I actually used to get killies. I had a thing when I was a kid because that's a feeder fish that you buy at the pet store and you would feed it to the larger fish, and I felt bad for them. So I would buy 12 for $1, and then I would try to keep those alive. And then they would always die anyway.
Well,
And I
this
was
bait.
like,
That's what I use fluke fishing.
Go down to the bait shop.
Yeah.
And they'll give you a frozen bag of them. And they look just like your sardines. Them and anchovies. All bait fish. Yeah! Have a blessed day. Peace and chicken, y'all.
Hey, you too. By the way, speaking of tin fish, I interviewed my friend Tony Bellavo, who was the lead singer of a rock band, and now he's working on another thing. And he was sitting in front of his piano, and I made a special request. Would he sing a song about tin fish? Because I'd never heard one before, and he did it.
So you want me to, to that same song, you want me to write about tin fish?
Yeah, just because I haven't heard a song about tin fish. It might stand out.
Oh, yeah. Ew. Gross. I don't want to have anything to do with that tin fish. It's gonna turn me blue.
Hey, there you go. My oldest daughter had a dentist appointment yesterday.
Okay.
And I got the inevitable phone call, the how did it go, the report.
Alrighty.
And I thought to record this, and I want you guys to hear, because she's had some rough findings. Let's just put it that way. And actually had emergency dental surgery one time, which was crazy.
Poor baby.
But here's what she said. I want you to hear it in her words.
Hey, honey. Charlie has something to tell you.
Dada.
Yeah?
Well, I just went to the dentist and I have some news.
Yeah, I'm holding my breath on this.
Well, you know all those Jolly Ranchers I've been eating?
Yep.
I didn't eat enough. My teeth are perfectly fine.
Clean bill of health.
Really?
No cavities.
I was surprised to hear that, actually. I was surprised to hear everything. She planned that out. She requested that she tell me.
Yep. They said, keep doing what you're doing.
How about that? Well, first time for everything. All right, guys. Love you all.
Love you.
So everything's fine.
I mean, be thankful she doesn't have any cavities because that just means more money out of your pocket.
Oh, I know. Those cavities. And they, do you know the dentist? Not a great price at the dentist. They're very expensive.
I always find them very reasonable.
You think so?
Always, yes.
Yeah, nah.
And that was sarcasm.
I'm surprised.
When's the last time you went to the dentist, Heather?
Last year.
Good for you
Right.
for taking care of your teeth.
Yeah, no cavities. So
Yeah.
there's
That's awesome.
My life in Malibu was the life people dream about. For a minute there, I had it all.
You better watch your mouth, kid. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
I hope whatever revenge you were trying to get on all of us in Malibu was worth it. You're dead to me.
Until I didn't.
Do you want to listen to what I have to say or not?
I don't!
You're looking rough, Ella. These royals really do a number on you.
You're the reason that Ella left!
You create chaos wherever you go, Ella, and I'm so over it.
If you want me, you need to choose me.
I'm not scared of competition, Elle. I already know I'm the right guy.
The Royals of Malibu. Out now. Follow The Royals of Malibu on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere you listen to podcasts.
You can't outrun the Royals.
I outran you.
4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
Hey, it's Amelia Retaller.
And Evan Lazarus.
And this is Girls Rewatch Podcast, a podcast about girls,
TV,
and girls on TV.
We spent the last 2 years watching every episode of HBO's Girls, written by Lena Dunham. We spent time analyzing the character dynamics,
compared the culture then to the culture now,
and asked our guests important questions like,
Girl, what girl are you? And girl, did we have fun. We got to talk to iconic guests such as Zasha Mamet, Andrew Rannells, and even Judd Apatow. Now it's time for us to dive into our new era where we will be rewatching every episode of Abby and Alana's Broad City.
We're so excited to be walking down memory lane in army jackets, little vans, and fugly jeans.
So get in that subway car headed to Gowanus from Astoria because, girls, it's time to hack into Broad City.
I wish there was a train that connected Astoria to Gowanus.
Be sure to follow along on our journey by subscribing to the podcast. We release new episodes every Tuesday.
This is the TJ Show. You know, there was something that happened yesterday on the show. Candy, one of our favorite listeners, gave us a call and shared with us that when she called us to put her kids on the phone, unprompted, they said how much they love their mom.
Yep.
And she was blown away by hearing them say that. Mm-hmm. And so we got a call about this. This is Debbie in Pensacola. What can we do for you, Debbie?
I can totally relate to not knowing how your kids feel about you. And at times feeling like, am I a good mom? Am I doing everything right? Why are my kids treating me this way? As the kids get older, they are going to see, hey, my mom didn't do too bad a job after all.
Yep.
And when the kids actually tell you to your face, Mom, you did a good job raising us. I'm sorry how I treated you when I was in middle school, high school. Now I see you did do a good job.
And sometimes it is when they're raising their own kids, or if they don't have kids, when they start to pay bills, and they're like, now I understand why all the lights in the house had to be cut off. This bill is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those electric bills will get you.
Yes. You guys, I just love you guys. Heather, Kenny, back to the other thing. You kind of grew up in that in-between stage of computers and phones just barely coming into existence, starting to get used a lot, whereas kids now, they expect it. Mm-hmm. And it's so different now with people raising their kids now as to even 30 years ago. My kids are right around you guys' ages, so I feel like I'm hearing everything from you guys when they were growing up.
Oh, yeah. I've had the conversation with my mom where we're grateful that the biggest issue that we had to worry about was narcotics growing up. You know, it's like, remember those days when you only had to worry about cocaine floating around the hallways? Mm-hmm. And it's like, wow, what has happened in this world where that's like, well, the good old days. It's crazy.
It's gotten hard, but it sounds like Candy is doing a wonderful job. And I do know so many people listening to this station, especially single moms, are going to relate to what she is saying.
Yeah, and the big takeaway from what you're saying is if we've got parents and we appreciate them, it's never too early to let them know that and thank them for the great job they did.
Oh, yes.
Well, Debbie, thanks for sharing part of your story and encouraging others to think about their story. And we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. This was like so much fun. I was not expecting to get you guys. And thank you guys.
Thanks for calling. You take care.
All right. And
Bye.
Kenny, watch the Olympics.
Yeah, I will be.
I know. I'll be watching the curling. I love to watch curling. I still don't understand it, but I love to watch it.
That's how I feel about football.
Y'all take care and stay warm.
Thank you. You too.
You too. Bye, Debbie.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
This is the TJ Show. Our news, it sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
The Winter Olympics, which opening ceremony is tomorrow, will introduce the newest Winter Olympic sport. It's called Skimo.
Skimo?
Yeah, short for ski mountaineering. So you know how in traditional skiing, the skiers are usually brought up to the top of the hill by a ski lift? In Skimo, you pretty much have to climb the mountain yourself.
Worst part.
Athletes ascend the course uphill using climbing skins on the bottom of their skis. Then they are able to take off their skis and do boot packing, which is essentially carrying the skis on their pack, and then they, with their ski boots on, climb the rest of the mountain. Then they put their skis back on and race down the hill. That's Skimo.
Okay.
New sport.
Well, I guess it's a good skill to have if you're afraid of going on that lift thing.
Sure.
It's very high up.
So miserable.
Yeah, I'll stick to curling. I think that's a little bit better.
Sounds exhausting.
Most winter sports to me sound awful, to be honest. It's so cold. It's so cold.
They like it.
You're exerting so much energy. Your body's already trying to keep you warm.
Yeah.
Now it has to give you strength too.
Well, it's got to be dangerous to climb up a mountain and then you're beat. Then you got to go down the mountain and stay afloat.
It's an endurance sport for sure. Yeah, that's why curling is more my speed. I've been thinking about B-Boy Logic, and he said something about he thinks curling was invented by drunk people.
Oh, yeah. You know what? By the way, he's one of our favorite callers. It seems like we're doing the B-Boy Logic show today. He's on almost every segment.
Ain't no way you don't catch me watching that. Somebody was drunk when they invented that game, because that game don't take no talent. You sweep in the ice.
He's very passionate.
You know something? He might not be that far off. Curling was invented, I believe, in 15th century Scotland, around the same time golf was invented. And there's an old golf legend that the reason golf is 18 holes is because there's 18 shots in a bottle of whiskey.
Huh.
So maybe he's not that far off. And because my fiance is a curler, there's a tradition called broom stacking. After every curling match, as you're putting away your brooms, stacking your brooms, competitors and teammates get together over a couple of drinks.
So how about that?
Drinking does have something to do with curling, as it turns out, B-Boy Logic.
All right, very good. Deep history there. Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, some uproar on social media after Minute Maid announced that it is discontinuing its canned frozen juice concentrates.
No way.
Yeah, they've been making them for 80 years.
Wow. That's a childhood throwback.
Yeah, I haven't had one since getting over to my friend Phil's house. His mom used to do that kind of stuff. But now I'm upset about it.
I didn't even know they still made them.
Yeah. Can we still get one?
Well, so literally whatever
Yeah.
has been made is still on the shelves. When they run out of inventory, they're just going to stop making it. So I guess now you can get it, but not for long.
All right.
So stock up.
Don't get any ideas of buying them and selling them on eBay. They're going to melt in the mail. You don't want melty mail.
Good point.
Dry ice.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you're going to start the business? Let's do it.
I'm thinking about it.
Kenny, what else do you have?
We're learning in the Charlotte, North Carolina area about a man who's now facing multiple felony charges after he broke into a Little Caesars Pizza. After closing time, he started making and selling pizzas and pocketed the money, according to police.
I was for it until he started pocketing the money. He should at least split it 50-50.
Yeah.
He used their ingredients.
How would you even know? I guess you have to know how to make a pizza to do that. And then don't you think, like, where do you bail out? What's the line? Someone's got to notice eventually.
Well, yeah, I guess this happened during a massive snowstorm, so I guess people were not in their right state of mind dealing with
so they just thought they were going above and beyond to serve the customer.
And in this particular case, this guy used to work at that Little Caesars. He's no
there you
longer
go.
an employee there, so he knew where all of the stuff was, all the ingredients, how to turn on the ovens, whatnot.
He was doing what Little Caesars should have been doing, been open.
That's also true. Maybe
If they were able to be. If he got there, somebody could have gotten there.
What happened to the other employees? Bring him back.
Yeah,
Employee
bring him
of the
back.
month.
Yep.
Well, it was weird. So this first
Give
time,
him a raise.
he got away with it the first time he did it, but then he went back while the store was open and illegally gained entry to the business. They called the police. The employees that were there called the police on him, and that's when he was arrested.
Got it. Okay.
The man wants to work.
He could have been a legend, man.
Yeah.
They're missing the point on this. All right,
Interesting
anyway.
story.
It would be great if he opens up his own spot across the street.
What do you call that?
Stole pizza.
Stole pizza. All right, I'm into that. Yeah, he gets all the ingredients from them, trucks it over to his place.
There you go.
What else you got, Kenny?
Well, this is getting some more attention in the last couple of days, but YouTube is making serious efforts to crack down on AI slop. This is mass-produced AI-generated content on the YouTube channels. They have said to remove content that's received 4.7 billion
Oh, my
views
goodness.
and over 95 million subscribers. So people were watching this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, because a lot of times you don't realize it's even AI until you get halfway through because it's gotten so good. And I'm so glad they're doing this because I think the integrity of their platform is on the table with this. And I'll give you an example. So you know how much I love that Jurassic Park commercial we were talking about it the other day? I think it's one of the most brilliant things. My legitimate first reaction, I even emailed it to you guys. I said, man, I hate AI, but this is really good. I assumed it was AI. And it had nothing to do with AI. It was all real people. They brought back the real actors. And at a first glance, so now my assumption is even something really great that people put a lot of work into. They hired like one of the best directors. Yeah. A little bit of joy was stolen from me.
Yeah, and you even brought up to me off the radio, but they 3D printed parts of the set that they couldn't reproduce.
Yes. Yeah, so it was actually very physical.
Yeah.
A lot of work went into that.
And so you think about all these creators who are pouring their heart into their work, and it's just being diluted by this nonsense. So I'm glad to hear that. And ultimately, I think it will affect their bottom dollar, so that's probably the reason why they're doing it. Kenny, what else do you have?
Are you guys familiar with the term desk shrimp?
Is that when you eat your lunch at your desk?
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
That would be nicer. No, desk shrimp, that refers to the hunching forward over your laptop or phone, a common posture that many people have while working at the office.
Open up your shoulders, look to the sky. Stretch.
Yeah, posture is important. They say this is often joked about online, but posture can have serious physical and mental health consequences. Business Insider talked to an ergonomics expert from Cornell University who says hunching increases muscle tension, restricts blood flow, and reduces lung capacity.
Ugh. Yeah, when they start putting out these reports, remember years ago we were talking about the one that said sitting is worse than smoking in some cases, or like on the same page?
Yep.
I stand up throughout the whole show because I'm so paranoid about it, but I still feel tight because I have a lot of desk time throughout the day.
But also then standing up the whole time also isn't good.
No, my feet hurt.
It's recommended. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
and
like
your
a horse.
Calves and your back because
Yes.
there's like no support. You're not sitting on any support.
I know.
So they tell you like alternate between standing and sitting every 30 minutes.
You want to know the most humiliating thing? When I'm at a dinner and I'll somehow like get into that shrimp, like it'll slowly happen throughout the meal and my wife will kick me and I know that means sit up straight. And I'm like, man, why did I let that happen? That's so not hot. And I need every advantage I can get, J-Bo. You know this. So,
I mean, you already married her. I think you're past that point.
yeah, but I don't want her to be grossed out.
Yeah, I think there's something you could wear that could like force you into proper posture.
Yeah, thanks,
It's like
Kenny.
A girdle.
Like a brassiere for a man.
We'll research that. Send me the link.
Yeah, well, in addition
Is that
to...
what you're wearing? Is that why you look so fab?
Absolutely. I got a bro on.
Okay.
No, they say in addition to like hurting your neck and your back, they say desk shrimping can also affect digestion by compressing the abdomen, potentially causing acid reflux,
Okay,
bloating.
this is depressing me. Will you stop? Just
well,
move on.
Improve your posture.
What's the next story?
Well, this is interesting. They say the highest paying tech jobs right now don't have anything to do with coding. They're looking for communications experts, storytelling experts, and people who can help them with narrative strategy jobs.
Really?
Yeah, they say some tech companies are offering huge salaries for communications roles. Netflix, for instance, posted a director of product and tech communications job that pays $775,000 a year.
J-Bo, well, you know how to communicate.
That we do, sir.
You want to split one of those salaries?
That's fine. I'm
What do you
down.
think? We know how to tell a story, don't we?
Yes, we do.
OpenAI has several roles listed at $400,000 salary. Anthropic expanding its communications team to 80 people. Those jobs paying $200,000 plus. They say demand is rising because although AI can generate lots of content, the content is not compelling nor trustworthy storytelling.
Oh, interesting. So, yeah, sure, we'll show up, J-Bo, and they'll say, hey, guys, good to have you here. Can you step into this chamber? What do you mean? Oh, we just need to scan everything in you. Yeah, we want to take your storytelling abilities.
Yeah, we want to scan your brain for your ability to tell stories.
It's like,
That's right.
this is like Space Jam.
Yeah.
We need storytellers. Come to my...
Touch this basketball.
And then we put a price tag to it.
Yep, that's right. What else you got, Kenny?
An archaeological team in Utah exhumed a bottle of alcohol estimated to be 150 years old.
That is amazing to me. That something could be around, no one knew about it, and they just found it? What do they do with it?
Well, they found it on U.S. Forest Service land. They estimate that it was probably dating back to around 1870 to 1890. So they picked it up and they really wanted to see what was inside. The bottle was fully intact. The cork was there in place. It wasn't leaking or anything like that. So they managed to extract a little bit of the liquid from the bottle without damaging the cork. And they gave it to these, I guess, taste experts who profiled the beverage.
Oh, so they didn't drink it?
They drank it. They had a sip of it.
Oh, how do you... Really?
Yeah, they extracted a little bit and they had enough for a taste test.
Yeah, I thought I would throw it away, but I would just leave it right where it's at. right there. I would just leave it in the hole, wherever it was found.
No. It's so interesting that you could preserve something for that many years with the right corking. And I wonder, like, did it fall out of a horse and carriage? Were they traveling and it bounced out or something?
Yeah, the land is currently the land a ski resort uses it, but it's like a forest. It's like natural land. I don't know exactly. They said exhumed, so I assume that it was maybe underneath some dirt, because they did use the word exhume.
All right.
The first guy who tested it said he had a little bit of trepidation going into it, but he said it didn't smell like gasoline. It didn't smell like tobacco spit. So he said there was a fruity taste to it, a little bit of leather. He said quite a bit of age on it. Another taste tester said that the flavors were complex. First, there was some kind of an oxidized fruit note. They determined it was a low alcohol beer rather than liquor. And now they're trying to use what they found and they want to recreate the beverage.
Oh, how cool is that? It's like the Jurassic Park of beers.
Kind of.
But if it's from 150 years ago, then I wonder what fruits and things were around that are no longer around.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe like one of the ingredients went extinct. That's so fascinating. Kenny, what else do you have?
You remember a couple of days ago, we were talking about this Spanish figure skater who had been using this Minions soundtrack medley for his performance for all season. He found out a couple of days before the Olympics were set to start that he was no longer allowed to use that music. It wasn't properly licensed. Well, shows like ours and other people had an uproar about this, thinking it was unfair. Universal, which owns the rights to the music, also is the one responsible for broadcasting the Olympics, changed their mind. He's going to be able to use the music.
That's awesome.
That's very nice. You see, leave it to the Minions to cause all this distress, these annoyances.
And I'm glad we were able to help, you know?
Yeah,
I think we did.
That was us, Jabo.
Yeah, that was us. Totally us.
It's cool. Glad we brought it up.
I didn't realize this, but he actually dresses in overalls and a yellow t-shirt. He looks like a Minion while doing his performance on ice.
Well, it can't be bad for the Minions movie. That many eyes watching that. Now I want to see it.
Right.
I wasn't planning on watching it. Kenny, thank you for keeping us somewhat informed.
That's what's happening.
What a fascinating story and a big mess happening on a little island off the coast of California, Catalina Island. So apparently in the 1930s, they dropped off about 10 deer on this island, and it was like a hunting thing. They would go there and hunt the deer.
That kind of sounds unfair, because the deer have like literally nowhere to go.
Right. Yeah. Well, apparently the deer outsmarted the hunters, and they wound up breeding. And now all these years later, that number has ballooned to 2,000. So there are 2,000 deer on this island. And all the people there are like, okay, we got to figure this one out. What are we going to do?
There's more of them than there is of us.
Yeah, well, they're like destroying the island because of like the wildfires. They eat the grass. There's this vicious cycle that keeps happening. And the Conservancy people are like, well, we didn't get into this business to kill animals, but we got to think about the big picture here for the ecosystem. So now they've officially approved a plan to eradicate the entire deer population, which is sort of sad. I mean, very sad.
Insane.
So these innocent deer that have made a home for themselves, they're now sending 10 to 12 trained professionals. They're bound by state regulations. They're going to hunt the deer with rifles. So they're just going to start picking them off.
My Lord.
Then they're going to leave some of the carcasses there for potential meals, the bald eagles and the foxes, which I will say, I'll point out, this is good for the bald eagles and the foxes. If you were a bald eagle or a fox, wouldn't you love to have your dinner served to you for once?
But how much deer can you eat? That's 2,000 deer.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're picking them off like over the course of a few months. So it's like, okay, the eagles finished that one. Here's another one. Boop. And that's the end of that. Now, this is pretty good news. They did disapprove the plan. The original plan was to go up in helicopters and shoot them from the helicopters. They said, no, we can't do that, which I'm sure any people that are walking around the island are happy about that. Are there people on the island?
Yeah.
Yes, people live there.
It's a vacation destination. It's a real hoity-toity place.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There are a handful of deer, just in case you think they're all going to be eradicated. They're going to allow them to stay. They're going to sterilize them. So they're going to capture them. They're going to let them live out their days on the island.
The lucky deer. How do they determine which deer get to live?
Yeah, that's a great question. One with the fluffiest tail. Maybe they'll do the fluffiest tail contest.
So I was curious to know how many people actually lived on the island. And permanently, year-round, there are about 4,000 residents.
Okay.
So there's almost just as many deer as there are residents.
Well, what if each family picked a deer and said, okay, that's our
That's
pet.
a pet.
Yeah, and they'd go that route.
Well, if the families can stop them from breeding any further, I'm game for that. That sounds like a good plan.
And they already have a plan to sterilize them, so go ahead and sterilize 2,000. Yeah. Eventually, they're going to die off.
I'll tell you, the veterinary business will love that. That'll certainly be good for business. Anyway, that's what's happening. I guess enjoy the deer in your local neighborhood if you have them. I always like the way they look. They're very cute animals.
It makes me sad.
This is the TJ Show, and tomorrow night is the night, the launch of the Winter Olympics. Jabo, will you be watching?
If I happen to catch something while I'm like just going through streaming, maybe, but I'm not like actively going to be watching.
Well, that's a more solid answer than me. I do not plan to be watching.
I'm not surprised by that.
Many will.
You don't watch much television.
Snoop Dogg's going to be there again.
I love that. And you know what? I'll see YouTube clips. So in a way, I will be watching the Winter Olympics. I love the Snoop clips.
There you go.
He's hilarious.
One of the greatest additions to the Olympics.
Yes.
And, there are definitely some fascinating stories about this. So I don't understand. In Milan, they are currently furiously trying to finish an arena specifically for the hockey games. And it's like, why didn't they just pick a place where they have an arena already? Like, do you really need to build it just for the Olympics? And then what do you do with it afterwards? Don't they do this like in all different random places? They constantly build. What is with all the building? If you don't have one to begin with, then don't host it.
Well, I think a lot of cities, they like the tourism that it brings to their communities. So they pitch the Olympic committees, say, hey, if you put the Olympics here in Milan and Cortana, we're going to go ahead and build you a brand new hockey stadium. We're going to do this, and that. They got the Olympics awarded to them in 2019. And from what I understand, the hockey arena is still under construction.
They've had 7 years to do this. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't understand.
You know what it was? It was that one contractor who was like, we got time. We got time.
7 years.
No, you don't.
Yeah, kicking their feet
Should have
back.
started 7 years ago.
Then the figure skating takes place in a different arena.
Yeah, that gets its own specialized venue.
So they can't do hockey on that?
Well, hockey has all of those lines painted on the
so
ice.
What? Yeah, tell them to get over it.
I think that would distract from
ice.
these figure skating
No, I don't think that
routines.
works. TJ.
No, it doesn't?
No.
Also, the hockey skaters are like really rough on the ice. They're cutting it up. They're sliding. They're stopping.
Oh, so they might
The
trip.
figure skaters need really smooth, perfect ice to be able to land their triple axels and whatnot.
You know, growing up, my mom always made my brother and I watch the figure skating competitions. Always. Like, we had to sit on the couch and watch them with her. Like, she would pull us away from whatever we were doing.
Why?
Come, Mija. She would call my name and be like, come here. And I have to run to the couch and like sit next to her. And she'd call my brother, Carlos. And we're like, man, we had to go over there and sit next to her and watch figure skating. But at the time I was like, ugh. But now I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Like, I get it.
So was it because she wanted to share like a beautiful sport with you?
Yeah, I think she would just want to share a beautiful moment with us.
Okay.
You know, and she wanted us, she just, maybe also she wished that was her. I don't know. But, yeah, but.
Well, the only memory I have of watching the Olympics when I was a kid was hearing about all the Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding stuff. When, like, I remember the video of the Nancy crying, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that.
Really? You don't
I was
remember?
a kid. Like,
That's the only connection from my childhood that I have to the Olympics. None of the sport, none of the beauty, none of the grace.
What about Tara Lipinski? I had a massive crush on Tara Lipinski.
I don't know who that is.
I was in love with Tara Lipinski.
All right. About to get married to a wonderful woman. And I just
Allison
wanted
knows
to
that.
get
She
that out there.
respects it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my crush.
There seems to be a controversial sport, and you may have heard this very passionate opinion about it. Came in on our voicemail from one of our favorite listeners, B-Boy Logic.
Curling or whatever. That's not even a game, bro.
Curling. He's very upset about curling and how much passion there seems to be for this sport. People who love it are very into it.
Ain't no way. You don't catch me watching that. Somebody was drunk when they invented that game, because that game don't take no talent. You're sweeping the ice to get a hockey puck to go further down, when all it is how hard somebody pushes the thing.
Controversial, I guess, one way or another.
I mean, that thing is bigger than a hockey puck. You need strength to push that thing.
Well,
unlike a hockey puck, which is super small and just needs a little tap.
Well, everyone has their opinions about this, and I don't know why people feel so strongly one way or another about curling, but I asked Kenny to do some research, who, by the way, is also a fan of curling. He loves it.
Yeah, and I've also tried it, and it does take skill, B-Boy Logic. It is very, very hard. Not a hockey puck, as J-Bo mentioned. Those are 44-pound stones that are made from a special volcanic rock that's only found off the coast of one Scottish island.
First of all, tell me what it is, because I've heard about it, and I actually don't know how it's played. Give me like a nutshell version of what the sport is.
Right. Generally, it's two teams of 4 people each. They play on a sheet of ice that's 150 feet long. At each end of the sheet of ice, there are targets. They call them the house. The idea is to slide your stones into the house, and the closer your stone is to the center of the house, the button, you score points for that.
And why is it that people like it so much?
Well, it's really hard. It's a lot of strategy. They call it chess on ice. And those people sliding the stones and pushing the brooms, they might as well have a PhD in physics. They're calculating friction, velocity, spin, and ice temperature all in real time, all while screaming at each other, hard, 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 curl, 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 like it's a fire drill. It is exciting. It sounds boring. It looks boring. It's dramatic.
Not to mention, they have to have some kind of core strength, because if you try to push anything, not even, if you don't have to be on ice.
Yeah.
You need to tighten your core to push anything. So now you're on ice. You got to tighten your core to push that 45-pound stone and to make sure that you don't fall over on the ice.
You bring up core strength. I had to take my trash bin to the curb today, and I felt it. I'm
see?
feeling it in my abs right now. So maybe you guys are onto something, right?
And I know it looks silly because you see the people with the brooms sweeping in front. You're like, what the heck are they doing? They're melting a layer of the ice to create a track for the stone, and it allows the stone to go farther and straighter. There's also special ways they can sweep to make it hook or curl more.
Okay.
So there's a lot that goes into it, and amazingly, I don't know how this happens, but so often these matches come down to the final stone.
Now, mind you, I've never watched curling in my life. I've only seen clips here and there, but I'm impressed.
Okay, very good.
Anything on ice is impressive.
I'm always interested.
They wear special shoes.
In trying something new. Love special shoes.
I like shoes.
Yes, you big shoe collector.
You don't have any curling shoes yet, do you?
I don't. I
This
don't plan on getting any.
is the TJ Show.